welcome to Flowers with Emily. I'm Emily and I love flowers and I'm so excited that you're here today. Let me know where you're from in the comments below. I'd love to see where people are coming from. Today I'm so excited. We're going to make an amazing flower bouquet out of paper flowers. So the first thing we need is some white cardstock. And the reason I'm using cardstock is it's a little bit thicker and it doesn't tear easily. But if you don't have cardstock, you can use cardboard paper or even regular paper will work fine. But I'm gonna use the cardstock. Now, the best part about paper flowers is you can make them whatever you want. They could be your own designs, they could be flowers that you've seen before, but I decided to use 3 different flowers for my flower bouquet. And the first one we're gonna start with is a daisy. Now, a daisy is a really happy flower. So many people love daisies, so it's perfect for my bouquet. Now, I want all of my flowers to be about the same size when I make my templates on the cardstock. So I'm gonna use a plate like this, and I'm gonna trace it with a pen. And then to help me kind of gauge the size, I just grabbed this really quickly. And what I need it for is to draw a circle. This is going to be the middle of my flower, just so that I can visualize it a little bit better. Then I'm going to hand draw, and they don't have to be perfect because these are your flowers that you're creating. So don't worry and don't overthink it and be as creative as you can. I'm gonna do my best to draw a daisy, which has multiple petals like that. So that is my template. And I'm so excited. I'm going to cut it out. It takes just a minute, but it's not too bad. And then the best part about having a template is that you can use it over and over and over as you trace as many paper flowers as you want for your bouquet. Move that out of my way. So I'm gonna cut these out. So be thinking, what kind of flowers do you want? What kind of flowers are in your yard? Do you have any favorite colors? Do you have any favorite flowers? Or maybe you're giving this to someone. What do they like? Do they have favorite colors? Do they have a favorite flower? This would be so perfect to give as a gift. You could give it to a sibling, a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, or an uncle, or just even a friend. You could even give it to your mailman. Anyone that you think could use a little bit of a pick-me-up. So be thinking of what you want to do with the flower bouquet when you finish. All right. So look how perfect. This is my daisy. I'm so excited. So now that my template is finished, I'm going to trace it onto the paper, and you want to put it as close to the edge as possible so you can try to fit on as many paper flowers onto one paper. And I'm tracing it onto some pink cardstock. I love pink. It's such a happy color, perfect for a daisy. So here it is. I'm going to quickly cut that out. And this is the longest part of the project, is cutting out all the flowers. So you might want to get some helpers. Maybe some friends, family members, whoever you can talk into helping you. Or if it's a surprise, don't ask anyone for help. They'll be so surprised when you finish this amazing project. All right. And sometimes your hand gets a little tired when you cut out so many shapes. Don't worry, you can take a break and come back to it later. Because my hand is getting a little tired because I've cut out a lot of these lately. But it totally is worth it because this bouquet is going to be amazing. Okay, so here is my pink daisy. But I want to add a really pretty center to it so it looks a little bit more like a flower. And I found some really pretty patterned origami paper in my stash. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to trace a circle. And I'm going to put it, again, as close to the edge as possible so I can get as many circles out of this pretty paper as I can. But don't worry, if you don't have patterned paper, you could draw in the center of it. You can paint them, you can get as creative as you want with spicing up your flowers a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to take my glue stick and put a little bit of glue on the back. And like so, you don't need too much. All right, look how amazing. It looks more and more like a flower. I'm getting more and more excited. Okay, next step, we need a stem. So what can we use for a stem? You gotta think creatively. Do you have any sticks? Do you have any chopsticks in your house? What do you have at your house that you could use for a flower stem? Well, I happen to have some straws. And these are kind of fancy straws. They're red and white striped, but that's okay. You can use regular straws too. So I'm gonna get a little bit of tape. Where did my tape go? Here's my tape. I'm gonna get a little bit of tape. You can use any kind of tape. I just happen to have some washi tape on hand, so that'll work perfect. But you can use regular Scotch tape. So I'm just going to give it a nice little piece of tape in the back, just like this. Look how great that flower is. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I already cut out some smaller flowers for some size variation for my bouquet. So I'm gonna hurry and add some straws to these. This one is so fun. It's red with white polka dots. I love these straws. But you can think creatively and use whatever you have at your house. Okay. And I can see a little piece of tape, so I'm gonna cut that off and kind of tear that out, because I don't want the tape to show on the front of my flower because it's so pretty. All right, and then I'm going to use this yellow one right here. Grab another straw. Let's see, where's my tape? Oh, it's right in front of my face. Okay, and then we are almost bouquet making ready. Look how fun! It's so beautiful. Okay, so I have these wonderful glass vases. You can use drinking glasses, just something you drink your milk in, your water, whatever you have that you can find, or you can find little, these are called bud vases. So I am gonna stick some flowers in this cute little vase. Look how fun they are. Now this one, I cut a little bit shorter, so I can stick it in, and it's a different height than the flower that's already in there. Isn't that amazing? Now, this flower I want to put in this vase, but look, it doesn't quite fit, so what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take one of these straws, and since they're paper straws, I'm going to pinch it so that it's smaller at the top, and I'm going to stick it in the bottom of the straw. Look how amazing that is. I have a stem now twice as long. So then I can decide exactly how tall I want this flower to be. Look how great that is. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. So I'm going to keep adding flowers to my vase. Oh, look, that one fits in perfectly. So I have these cute little bud vases that are all ready to go. So we're going to set these aside for just a minute because I also want to show you this vase with all of these amazing flowers in it. And I'm going to take them out just to show you how to arrange your flowers. I added some tiny white rocks to the vase because I want to put in a lot of flowers into this one, and I need something that will hold the straws in place. So I happen to have these white rocks, but if you don't have white rocks, you could use sand, you could do a tape grid on top of your vase with some Scotch tape so that they stay in place, but this is what I decided to use. So then what you do is you stick the flowers into the rocks like this. And then I'm going to turn it around so I can see it as I make it. And look how fun this is turning out. I love it. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see what flowers you pick for your flower bouquet. Oh, this one fell out. It clearly did not stick it deep enough into the rocks. So don't worry, you can keep adjusting your flowers. But look how fun that flower bouquet is. I bet whether you put it in your bedroom or give it to someone, it will make their day or yours. I'm so glad you joined me today on Flowers with Emily to make this beautiful flower bouquet, and I hope to see you soon.